Welcome, dear friends, to Vintage Touch, Decor with Soul. Today, we're diving into the richly layered and timeless world of Cathy Kincaid. Her work captures everything we love: warmth, elegance, and an old-world charm that tells a story in every corner. Whether you're new or a seasoned vintage soul, this episode will inspire. Cathy Kincaid is a master of creating rooms that feel collected, cozy, and elegant. Through her thoughtful use of color, texture, and detail, she brings a refined sense of calm to even the most complex spaces. It's not just decorating, it's storytelling through design, and today we'll learn how to bring that spirit home. So, if you're longing for a space that feels timeless, lived in, and full of heart, you're in the right place. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment below. We love hearing your thoughts and stories. Let's begin this beautiful journey into Cathy Kincaid's world of soulful, elegant design. Cathy Kincaid's design signature is instantly recognizable, an exquisite blend of layered beauty, lived-in elegance, and thoughtful restraint. She doesn't overwhelm with opulence but instead invites you into spaces that feel personal and timeless. Her rooms are richly composed, yet every detail feels intentional and warm. At the heart of her style is a love for layering, pattern over pattern, texture beside texture, all wrapped in a palette that soothes rather than shouts. She combines antiques, floral fabrics, and classical elements to create spaces that whisper stories of the past while embracing the comfort of today. You'll notice her love for symmetry, balanced compositions, and handcrafted quality. Her design philosophy is rooted in history, but it never feels dated. Whether it's an old portrait, an embroidered pillow, or a painted chest, every piece in her room has meaning, and that's what gives her spaces soul. One of the most enchanting aspects of Cathy Kincaid's work is her use of color. Her palettes are never trendy, they're timeless. Soft blues, mossy greens, faded rose, buttery creams, and warm taupes create a sense of calm and continuity throughout a space. These colors don't just coordinate, they comfort. Rather than bold or saturated tones, Kincaid opts for washed hues with a lived-in feel. It's the kind of color that feels like it has a story, as if the walls have been loved for decades. The palette always complements the textures and materials she chooses. Everything works together in gentle harmony. For those seeking a traditional home with soul, these color schemes offer the perfect foundation. Whether you're working with existing pieces or starting fresh, you can use Kincaid's approach to establish warmth and grace. Let your colors whisper, not shout, and your home will thank you. Layering is at the heart of Cathy Kincaid's design magic. Every textile, accessory, and finish serves a purpose, not just for beauty, but to create depth, comfort, and a lived-in elegance. A Kincaid room unfolds slowly, like a story, revealing new details with every glance. She masterfully combines florals, stripes, checks, and trims, sometimes all within the same room, without it feeling cluttered. The secret lies in her use of tone, scale, and repetition. Each layer adds dimension and warmth, from tasseled throw pillows to embroidered lampshades and patterned draperies. But these layers aren't just decorative. They soften acoustics, add coziness, and make a room feel truly finished. For your home, think of layering as storytelling: your heirloom quilt, a vintage rug, a mix of old books and framed memories. Together, they create a space that embraces and reflects you. At the heart of every Cathy Kincaid room is a sense of history, and nothing brings that to life more than her careful use of vintage finds. She doesn't just fill a space with antiques, she curates each piece with intention, ensuring it adds personality and grace. These aren't just objects, they're conversation starters. Whether it's a painted French commode, a collection of blue and white porcelain, or a time-worn mirror, each item contributes to the narrative of the home. Kincaid masterfully mixes high and low, old and new, always grounding the room with soulful pieces that feel collected over time rather than purchased all at once. You don't need a vast budget to follow her lead. Local thrift stores, flea markets, and even hand-me-downs from family can become your design gems. Look for patina, craftsmanship, and pieces that resonate emotionally. When you surround yourself with objects that hold meaning, your space naturally feels more authentic. Cathy Kincaid has a remarkable way of using textiles to add layers of soul to her interiors. She treats fabric not just as decor, but as narrative. Each pattern, weave, and trim speaks to another era, another emotion. Florals whisper of English gardens, toiles evoke old-world scenes, and tapestries add regal romance. From upholstered walls to embroidered pillows, Kincaid's rooms are full of textile moments that delight and comfort. She often layers chintz with checks, damask with ticking stripes, and always adds a special detail like fringe or scalloped edging. These choices don't just beautify, they wrap a space in texture and tenderness. For your own home, consider textiles as the heartbeats of a room. A vintage quilt on the foot of the bed, hand-blocked curtains, or even a favorite needlepoint cushion can transform a space. Let each fabric tell part of your home's story, just as Cathy Kincaid so gracefully does. Lighting in a Cathy Kincaid interior is never harsh or sterile, it glows. From shaded sconces to antique chandeliers, her lighting choices shape the atmosphere of a room with softness and style. Each source feels intentional, casting warmth that highlights the textures and tones she so carefully layers. Rather than relying on recessed ceiling lights, Kincaid prefers to build mood with a mix of lamps, sconces, and overhead pieces. Lampshades are often pleated or patterned, giving them a decorative role as well as a functional one. And her use of candlelight, real or simulated, adds instant romance. For your own home, think in layers: a beautiful table lamp for evening reading, a wall sconce for gentle background light, or a chandelier that acts as a sculptural centerpiece. Avoid stark white bulbs and opt instead for warm tones. The right lighting transforms not just how a room looks, but how it feels. In Cathy Kincaid's interiors, the accessories are never an afterthought. They're essential to the feeling of completeness. From oil paintings to porcelain figurines, every piece is placed with purpose. Her art choices lean classical and romantic, often featuring pastoral scenes, portraits, or delicate botanicals in aged frames. Accessories are layered thoughtfully: stacks of antique books, small trays with collected trinkets, and objects like candlesticks or ceramics that carry visual weight without overwhelming. Kincaid's styling speaks to an appreciation for storytelling. Each piece carries history, and together, they create a home with soul. To incorporate this in your own space, don't rush to fill every surface. Instead, curate slowly. Choose artwork that brings a sense of calm or nostalgia, and let accessories be a reflection of your personal journey. Heirlooms, flea market finds, or even handmade treasures can all become part of your story. Cathy Kincaid doesn't rely solely on decor to create warmth. She builds it into the very bones of a room. From paneled walls to arched doorways and cozy built-in bookcases, her interiors radiate comfort because they are thoughtfully shaped from the start. These architectural details frame her designs like the setting of a beautiful story. Often, Kincaid uses millwork, wainscoting, and classic molding to soften space and lend timeless character. Even a simple niche can be transformed with patterned wallpaper or a treasured object, making the room feel as though it's evolved gently over generations. The result is a warm, welcoming backdrop for daily life. You don't need a full renovation to apply this idea. Add charm with soft archways, painted beadboard, or even a cozy built-in reading nook. Use paint colors that feel historical, and treat your home's architecture as an extension of your story. With these touches, warmth becomes part of the foundation. Cathy Kincaid understands that beauty must meet the needs of everyday living. Her interiors are not just for looking, they're for living. Every room, no matter how elegant, feels approachable. Her philosophy blends charm with comfort, ensuring function never gets lost beneath the flourishes. She incorporates smart storage behind antique doors, places side tables within easy reach of every seat, and selects upholstery that's both luxurious and durable. Her kitchens, while graceful, are fully equipped for real life. Every drawer, lamp, and fabric serves a purpose, proof that elegance and practicality can coexist. To bring this into your own home, focus on pieces that do double duty: a beautiful basket that stores throws, a vintage cabinet that hides clutter, or a cushioned bench that adds both comfort and charm. True traditional design isn't precious, it's personal, useful, and made to be enjoyed. Cathy Kincaid's rooms never feel accidental, they feel complete. That finished look is often the result of her meticulous eye for detail. From perfectly placed tassels to monogrammed linens, the smallest elements are thoughtfully chosen to echo the room's overall character. These are the touches that whisper rather than shout. You'll often see framed family photos, fresh flowers and hand-painted vases, or a tiny antique box placed just so. Kincaid's finishing touches are personal and purposeful. They don't just decorate, they humanize. These details draw the eye, offer visual rest, and bring warmth and intimacy to a polished space. To add your own finishing touches, think with heart. Place a handwritten note in a vintage frame, arrange your favorite blooms in a soft-hued pitcher, or add a small velvet ribbon to a stack of old books. These quiet gestures make a house feel like a home, and give your space its soul. Cathy Kincaid's designs remind us that beauty is not about perfection, it's about presence. Her interiors are rich with layers, steeped in tradition, and full of heart. Every element, from the color palette to the final accessory, is chosen with care, creating spaces that feel welcoming, timeless, and utterly human. Whether you live in a cozy cottage or a grand old home, you can carry her philosophy into your own space. Focus on meaningful layers, use soft, soulful colors, and choose vintage pieces that reflect your story. A home, after all, is not built in a day, but lovingly gathered, one layer at a time. Thank you for joining us on this warm and elegant journey into the world of Cathy Kincaid. If you found inspiration today, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. From our vintage heart to yours, we wish you a beautifully layered home filled with grace and soul.